Supplements, supplements, supplements. Yes, yes, yes. I'm always asked this question, I'm a little hot, about supplements. And what are the supplements that everybody can benefit from, especially midlife women? Um, so I want to go through each supplement, and I do want to start with saying this, that this is generic. There's very detailed laboratory tests that we can look at to find out exactly what your deficiencies are. And a lot of times I do recommend that. Or if we've replaced it and we're not getting the results that we want, I do recommend looking at it because a lot of people need actually more replacement, right, than the standard dosing of things, depending on your body, right? So I do like to start when I have, if you're coming a client of mine, I do like to start with like the panel. We look at the vitamin D, we look at the ferritin, we're looking at the labs, the things like magnesium levels and all that stuff. That gets into more of a bigger functional panel. A lot of the times we know that 65% of people are magnesium deficient, and based on symptomatology, we can deduce that. So magnesium doesn't hurt you. So putting people on magnesium, seeing if that helps. Then if it doesn't, we could go back and get some detailed tests if we need to. All right. So we're going to talk about this. All right. Let's talk about supplements because here's the truth. People are either taking nothing, right? I'm like, hey, are you taking any supplements? No. People show up in my office on 5 and 6 prescription medications, but they're not doing no supplementation and they're not optimizing their system, right? And hey, is supplementation the end all be all? No, right? We should be trying to get certain things through our food and our diet, but this ain't a perfect world, people. Things are not perfect. So guess what? We're going to talk about it. So either they're taking nothing or they're taking like 57 powders that they saw on TikTok that some influencer said, right? And there is some nuance to this, but I'm not here to sell you a suitcase of supplements, right? I'm here to tell you what I see clinically over and over again. There are basic nutrients that modern life just doesn't give us anymore. This isn't woo woo woo. This is, physiology, right? So number one is magnesium. And if you are a patient of mine, you know how I feel about magnesium. She's wonderful. Magnesium runs over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body and really can have an effect on sleep, stress, mood, constipation, muscle tension. That's all magnesium, okay? And again, like I said, most people are deficient because our soil is depleted, right? So this is a supplement people actually feel working. I've changed people's lives by replacing their magnesium. Sometimes people coming in with chronic headaches, migraines, you increase their magnesium and get them what their body needs, and voila, either their headaches or migraines reduce or go away completely. It helps with sleep, helps with constipation in certain forms, right? And there's lots of different forms of magnesium. And some of them are garbage, right? So you need to know. But magnesium is a big gun. Omega 3s are really important in female health and everyone's health. They lower inflammation, they support brain function, right? Brain health, they help hormones behave. And if you're not eating salmon like 3 times a week, you probably, need this. And it's easy, right? Easy peasy. If you're eating salmon 3 times a week, then you probably don't. Vitamin D with K2, OMG. Even in here in Florida, everyone I test is low in vitamin D, right? They may be in the green range, right? But that we like people's vitamin Ds to be higher than what that looks like, right? If your vitamin D is 20, no, we want you to supplement higher. Vitamin D supports immunity, mood, hormones, and then K2, of course. It helps the calcium go where it belongs into your bones and not your arteries. So really, magnesium, vitamin D, and K2 trifecta actually for bone health, right? Bet you didn't know that. That's cool, right? A real multivitamin, not a gummy. I'm sorry, not a gummy. A real multivitamin that fills small nutritional gaps that add up over time. Okay. And remember, not all vitamins are the same, right? So you need to make sure you're getting quality vitamins. Probiotics or prebiotics and fiber. Fiber is so big. And remember how important our gut health is. We have an estrobolome in our gut, ladies. Remember that processes our estrogen, stress, food quality, antibiotics. And then you also need to make sure that you have this that is good, right? You're using supplements that are good, they're clean, and they're, that you can ask for, to see what's in them, right? Protein powder. It's not technically a supplement, but for the most part, all women need it because we are not good ladies at getting enough protein. We are not. At the end of the day, when I have my clients actually write down, because listen, do this challenge. If you think you're good at protein and you're not already following it, right? Like me and all of my clients better be. Um, Write it down for the next week how much protein you're actually intaking every day. I guarantee you it's not what you think it is. Most of my clients, when I have them do that, come out somewhere between 60 and 80 grams. What? No wonder why you're not losing weight. No wonder why you feel bad, right? And working out, right? And they're working out. So we are definitely under eating protein. Remember too that when you're doing a protein supplement, it needs to be clean and no sugar, those types of things. Creatine, ladies. The creatine is so amazing for muscle metabolism, for the brain, right? Women should be on creatine, a scoop a day. Actually, I do a half a scoop for 2 weeks and a scoop a day, right? Um, Electrolytes are another big deal, right? And we should be taking those electrolytes in the morning, like first thing when you wake up. If you wanted to use an element or another electrolyte packet, that's really good. We get the minerals, we get magnesium, potassium, and sodium in there. And we tend to be dehydrated and we have low minerals, and they help. CoQ10. CoQ10 is your mitochondrial fuel source. It takes those electrons and transports them to make energy. Okay? You need to be supporting the mitochondria. Please, please, please. The mitochondria is the spark plug. Um, and CoQ10 levels drop with age, stress, poor sleep, and statins. If you are on a statin, you better be on omega-3 with CoQ10. Okay? You better be. I'm talking to you if you're on a statin, okay? Again, listen, you don't need a pharmacy in your kitchen. What you need is foundation, right? You need the foundations that support energy, metabolism, mood, longevity in your whole body. Again, we can get very specific to what supplements are for you, but these are the basic supplements that we see that benefit most people. Start here, start simple. Your body will like literally tell you a difference. If you want the full supplement guide, when to take it, how to take it, the tips and tricks of taking it, right? Just drop support and we will get that to you. Very exciting. We will get that to you. And that will be amazing. Okay. So start low, start slow. And actually go watch my next video or go watch my video on methylene blue for mitochondrial support. So as we're talking about how important mitochondria is, go check out methylene blue. And of course, like and subscribe. Please, 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 please. Okay, until next time, stay well, okay? Stay well out there. Get your supplements.